on the pylon shooting up for Anytime, and it's a little late right now, but I would say a drop is coming for Anytime. You can pretty much expect that robotics facility. I did miss that robotics facility, so that robotics facility is coming up. So we can expect what would be a drop from Anytime on the base of Midas, and Midas is well aware of it. He's preparing for that drop by putting those Marines and those tanks back in his natural expansion. Now, right about now would be the time that the Protoss decides, oh hey, Terran's getting ahead. They have that expansion. I don't have a third expansion. All right, I need to go and carrier attack. So pretty much we can expect a carrier attack coming from Anytime in the near future, as is per usual on the map Katrina. Now, it does look like there's some probe activity in the bottom of the map. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's kind of far away. On the mini-map, it looks like either a vulture or a probe's moving around, and they haven't zoomed in on it yet, so I'm not sure what that might be. If it is indeed a vulture, that's going to scout an early Protoss expansion to counter the Terran's second expansion, but more than likely, the Protoss player would indeed switch to carriers and expand while the push was happening. Now, a typical move we saw in the GSI GOM TV games was Stork would go to the far right, the top right expansion, and take that expansion, which is very difficult for Terran to reach, but not on these locations, so I would guess the bottom right would be more appropriate. And now you see that dropship being filled up with the Reaver, so a Reaver drop is coming to the base of Midas. So this is a turret already up, so Midas expects it. He's expecting that turret, and Anytime here is going to defend that, is going to launch that drop. And we have yet to see whether that drop will be effective or not, as per the turret is indeed in the way. The main, relatively unprotected, except for that siege tank. You can see that dropship headed towards the base. Midas sees it. Midas has that engineering bay, watches the place. So that Reaver is coming in. The right Reaver coming into the main. The Reaver launching off some scarabs, and it did look like a Zealot was fired too. So 2-3 SCVs going down right there. For Midas, and Anytime only losing a Zealot there, but his Reaver is going to be on low health right now. So that drop pretty much not very effective, unfortunately, and we'll see how that plays out later, but you can see the siege tanks defending the natural expo of Midas, and you can see Anytime getting shuttle speed. Shuttle speed's just finished upgrading, a fleet beacon coming up, so those carriers, that carrier attack is underway, so carriers are going to be coming up for Anytime, and you can see Anytime is deciding to move that shuttle out. He has speed, so we'll see what happens if he goes for a direct assault on the Terran base, or if he strategically moves in through the cracks and tries another drop at another location. Whether or not that happens, we'll see. You can see that both Reavers being planted out, so both Reavers can be focusing on that machine shop. And you might be wondering why they're focusing on the machine shop. Well, they're focusing on the machine shop to impede the tank production from the Terran player. If Protoss can get enough Zealots in there to take out the tanks and kill that machine shop, the Dragoons are going to make short work of the Terran. Another shuttle coming up for Anytime, so we'll see what he chooses to do with both shuttles. He did lose one Reaver, so he's one Reaver down, and that's unfortunate because he did basically no damage to Midas. So that's going to hurt him later on. A Dragoon being loaded into that empty shuttle, as well as a couple of other Dragoons, which more than likely loaded that other shuttle. Another turret coming up. So Zealots being fired down. So Zealots going to take out those turrets and wisely bringing in that second shuttle. That second shuttle was going to absorb the damage. It was coming in front of everyone else. A spider mine taking out what looked to be 10 SCVs. Unfortunately, the plan from Midas backfired, and Anytime here coming out to be a huge victor in this short battle. Another spider mine backfiring. So some unlucky spider mines coming from Midas. Those spider mines, if you did indeed miss it, that spider mine blew up right in the face of the Reaver, and instead of damaging the Reaver, it actually killed all the SCVs. So that Reaver escaping away unscratched. Carriers coming up for Anytime, and this is huge for Anytime. Anytime is a huge advantage right now because of the fact that he kills all those SCVs, and he is ready to move forward with his Protoss ground army. Now, what you will see is with the carriers will pick off the ground army of the Terran, and as a result, the ground army of the Protoss gains that much more strength. You'll see a typical counter to the carriers being played out right now. Midas deciding to go for a third expansion, while Anytime is content with his one natural expansion. You can see that Reaver trying to do some harass if those SCVs come down, but again, that's not going to do much because the SCVs haven't arrived yet. The expansion isn't completed. So Anytime making sure to see that expo. He does scout it, but I'm fairly sure that Anytime was indeed expecting the expo, because that's usually what happens on Katrina. But right now, Protoss is very vulnerable. I wouldn't be surprised if Terran decided to drop the Protoss. I think it would be a wise decision because Protoss right now is very weak until it has many carriers, and once the Protoss has many carriers, then it'll make short work of Terran. It's important for Terran right now to mass collides, get the range, get the upgrades, as Flash did to counter Protoss. And you can see Protoss anytime right now is indeed focusing on the base of Midas, and he's going to try to take out those turrets and see if he can pick off the natural expansion. And you see Midas deciding it's the right time to go attack. So Midas is going to attack, and anytime's going to meet him in the middle. And so anytime and Midas are going to clash right now, and we'll see if he can get set up that push. That push is not going to go up. So that Reaver being placed in the middle of the tanks, the Siege tanks firing at the Reaver, and those Zealots quickly making short work of those tanks, those Goliaths up in the corners. And you can see the ground army of Anytime pushing out. Anytime's ground army is incredibly strong right now. I'm appalled at how strong Anytime's ground army is right now. He's making short work of all those Goliaths and those tanks, and without the support of the tanks, the Goliaths are mincemeat. They're easy to kill. It's not going to be a problem. And you can see those carriers making short work of the tanks, the ground army taking care of the Goliaths, and this does look like Anytime will take this game. The last-ditch effort from the Goliaths, and you can see Anytime overwhelming Midas with his ground army. Anytime, Midas not looking too happy. GG is called, and Anytime takes the game. Quite a good game played by Anytime. Some amazing strategy, as well as that drop that was unlucky for Midas. It's unfortunate for him that Spider-Man killed all the SCVs, did nothing to the Reaver. And again, that's just another expect the unexpected in StarCraft. Unfortunately for Midas, he did lose that game. Anytime is the victor. I hope you guys enjoy this audio commentary. More to come. So I haven't been posting a lot in a while, but I should have some more coming up soon. And thanks for listening, guys.